Hello and welcome to BonBonB's new style What Map for City Skylines. There are over 23,000 maps on the workshop now, and so choosing the right one for your new city is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review one, using our 5-star rating for aesthetics, detail and gameplay potential, awarding only the very best the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to Saturday's What Map. Now, before we get started, I've got a huge request of you. Basically, we're rapidly approaching 500 subscribers, which for me is a huge achievement. I'm just really pleased with it. Is it possible we can reach 500 by the channel's 2nd anniversary, which happens to be on the 2nd of June? Seems like a big ask, given that only 5% of you have ever clicked the like button, but then only 7 of you have ever clicked the dislike button, so I guess I should be thankful. So if you're not already a subscriber, click subscribe now. That really helped me out, and if you are a subscriber, tell somebody about the channel. Anyway, what are we here to do? Oh yeah, map reviews. And today's map is Gareea by jollemark. Now, forewarned in advance, despite a few detailing problems, this is a really nice map. You're going to enjoy it. Perfect for the weekend. Resources, on the other hand, are limited to say the least, so if you're looking to do an industrial city, you're probably on the wrong map. Custom theme issues. We are looking for Owl's Trop City as a theme. It does load fine and it looks beautiful, so just go ahead and play anyway. Let's start off with the roads as usual. Now, the roads are better than average but not outstanding. Easily fixed, but it's just something to do, something extra to do before you actually set on with your city. Here, the words today are Lumpy Bumpy. Every time I say the words Lumpy Bumpy, take a drink, Lumpy Bumpy. And you're going to be drunk before we even get to the asset review, Lumpy Bumpy. And around and Lumpy Bumpy there too. Over the bridge is fine, no problems or qualms with that at all. Under the railway, which we'll look at in more detail in a minute, this is a perfectly fine bridge. And around this little bit of headland thing, and there's your suspension bridge, which is a 9 out of 10. Only thing I would change is I would raise this little node here up 2 or 3 millimeters, no more than that, and it'd be absolutely perfect. And we'll scurry around and across here over the railway, which we'll look at in a minute also, and then this intersection does go off into the fog, but I want to go this way because there's something I'd like to look at before we do the railway, and that's this little bit of elevated highway. Looks a bit like a rubber band just drooped there. Not very pretty, that one. After the rail, which is also Lumpy Bumpy down here. This bridge, I'd like it to be a little lower, I think, rather than that steep incline there. A couple of bumps there, and now we're chased down the express. Once again, a little bit steep there, to say the least. Then along the coast, which is all up and down and lumpy bumpy. I hope you're not passing out there under that weight of all that vodka you're having to consume. And around and through the forests. It's quite nice down here. Joins up with another line across this perfectly fine bridge. Here, a slightly smoother incline would be nicer. And this bridge is a landmark. A humpback rail bridge. Really? Somebody having a laugh? I don't get it. This next bridge, however, is absolutely spot on. Perfect there. But I question why it wasn't drawn parallel in a straight line with the road bridge. Okay. All these things are taking the detailing score down a little, to be honest with you. It's a shame, but it's true. And this bit of rail goes under the highway. I'm okay with that, except for it's just a little bit too low, this bridge. Look, clipping through. Mind the train. Yeah, just clipping. Not the cleverest. Then over here, which is fine on the left, but too steep on the right. And then off towards the horizon. Shall we do something different? let's have an asset review, shall we? Now, Saturdays are always the quirky day, and today's the last day of the education, so let's do something educational that's quirky. Something like a Jedi Temple. Yeah, it's a little bit on the monolithic size, I would suggest, and not many of you are going to be using this as a high school or an elementary school or even a university. But if you've got any Jedis that need training, this is definitely the place to send them. I like this. I don't know if it's going to be of any use to me at any time in the near or long future, but it's an interesting asset, and I think we can applaud engelmanna for producing it. It does kind of like loom over Assetville somewhat. So anyway, Jedi Temple by engelmanna. If you like it, stick a comment down below. And if you don't like it, don't subscribe to it. It's simple. Anyway, the shipping. Back to serious stuff now. Stop laughing. Serious stuff. Shipping is fairly straightforward. 2 shipping routes, and it covers all angles. So let's have a look at the waterways. Now, there's a word I don't use very often in these shows other than lumpy bumpy, and that is canyon. We don't see many canyons on the workshop maps, and here is a canyon. Like that. Looks really good, and it feels real enough. Anyway, the feeder river has got enough interest in it to make it worthwhile having. And then we've got a drowned tree, but it's not too bad because, as it has been said, some trees do end up in the water. And there's another one just in the water, but that is fine. And the river up here is quite nice and calm and gentle and relaxing. And then we get a little bit rougher and steeper, and then we hit the rapids. Ooh. Put some warning signs up there. Don't want people going down there in the raft. Or maybe you don't want to go down there in the raft. Not my sort of thing though, thank you. Bit too scary for me. And then, oh yes, that tree. Now that's no excuse for that. That would have been washed away. That amount of water coming down there. Under the humpback rail bridge and out to the islands. Now this is an interesting part of the map, because I wonder how people are going to use these. Maybe could convert a few of them into an airport, maybe, possibly a bit of terraforming. I don't know. How stick it in the comments down below how you would use these islands. Speaking of islands, we've got a few here which are a bit stronger, a bit more backbone to them, and once again on a bit of a slope. Need a bit of terraforming to be able to use them, but definitely more valid. And here we have the essential lighthouse. Okay, what else have we got? Back to the mainland, and we've got some build plane. Quite a lot of build plane up here. Once again on the slope. It's going to be a bit challenging, this map. Oh, the tree, another tree in the middle of the ocean. Dearie dear. Liking the shapes of some of these islands. It's quite like I say, it's quite interesting, and it has a real organic feel to it. It does feel like it has evolved rather than it's been drawn out. What have we got? Oh yes, we've got loads of build plane down here to play with, and then if we go up the cliff there, we're on the plateau, and there's a huge build plane up here as well. Other than the challenge of it being lots of cliffs here and there, I can see this being quite a good map to play. So aesthetically, very pretty. Can't downgrade that at all. It's a good 5 out of 5. Detailing, I'd like to give this a 4. The down parts are definitely only a 2, so we'll meet it in the middle and we'll give it a 3. Gameplay potential, it's almost unlimited. It's just a bit too challenging to give it a 5 stars, so we'll give it a good 4 stars there. That's Gareea by jollemark, and it gets the BonBonB seal of approval. Ah, what a nice map for the weekend. Well, don't forget to join me tomorrow for the Best of What's map, and don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed, do it now. See you soon.